Hey, Super Bowl fans, welcome back to the channel. Now, we all know the Super Bowl is the biggest game of the year, the pinnacle of football glory, and let me tell you, 2025 is shaping up to be an instant classic. We got the Kansas City Chiefs, led by the one and only Patrick Mahomes, going head-to-head with the Philadelphia Eagles, spearheaded by none other than Jalen Hurts. We're talking about two explosive offenses, two relentless defenses, and two teams with a hunger for that Lombardi trophy that's more insatiable than a starving man at an all-you-can-eat buffet. We're gonna break down all the key matchups, analyze the X's and O's, and give you my unfiltered predictions. So sit back, strap in, and get ready for some high-octane football analysis. You don't want to miss this. Alright, let's talk about the predicted final score for this epic showdown. Now, the experts, those number-crunching, stat-sheet-loving gurus, they're saying it's gonna be a close one, a real nail-biter, folks. We're talking 27-24, a field goal separating these two titans. But let me tell you something, this is the Super Bowl, baby, and anything can happen. We've seen shootouts, we've seen defensive slugfests, and we've seen games go down to the wire, leaving fans biting their nails to the bone. So, while 27-24 sounds about right, don't be surprised if one of these teams catches fire and lights up the scoreboard. Remember, these offenses are stacked with playmakers. We're talking about Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the league, going up against that Eagles secondary. We're talking about A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, two young studs, trying to torch the Chiefs' defense. And let's not forget the quarterbacks, folks. Mahomes, the magician, the gunslinger, the man who can make throws that defy physics, and Hurts, the dual-threat quarterback who can beat you with his arm and his legs. So yeah, 27-24 might be the safe bet, but don't be surprised if we see a score that blows the roof off this place. This is the Super Bowl, and these teams are coming to play. Now, let's talk about the MVP race, because that's always a hot topic, right? Who's going to be the most valuable player, the one who puts the team on their back and carries them to victory? Well, let me tell you, this year it's a crowded field, folks. Of course, you gotta start with the quarterbacks. Mahomes is a perennial MVP candidate, and for good reason. The man is a walking highlight reel, and if he has one of those Mahomes-Ian games, well, it's game over. And then there's Hurts, the young gun who's taken the league by storm. He's proven he can lead this Eagles team, and if they win it all, you know he's gonna be right in the thick of the MVP conversation. But hold up, let's not forget about the other playmakers. Travis Kelce, the man is a matchup nightmare. A security blanket for Mahomes, and a touchdown machine. If he has a monster game, don't be surprised if he steals the MVP trophy. And on the Eagles side, you got A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, two young receivers who can take it to the house every time they touch the ball. If one of them has a multi-touchdown game, they'll be right there in the MVP mix. And hey, let's not rule out a defensive player. We've seen it before. A dominant performance on defense can swing a game, and if someone like Chris Jones for the Chiefs or Darius Slay for the Eagles has a game for the ages, they could steal the show. So yeah, the MVP race is wide open, folks. It's gonna be a battle to the very end, and I can't wait to see who emerges as the hero of Super Bowl 2025. Chapter 3. Key players to watch, game changers and difference makers. Now let's talk about some key players to watch, because in a game of this magnitude, it's often the individual matchups that decide the outcome. We're talking about the game changers, the difference makers, the guys who can single-handedly swing the momentum of the game. On the Chiefs side, all eyes will be on Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the game. This man is a matchup nightmare for any defense, and the Eagles are going to have their hands full trying to contain him. If Kelce gets going, it could be a long day for the Eagles. And of course, we got to talk about Patrick Mahomes, the maestro of the Chiefs' offense. Mahomes is a magician with the football, capable of making throws that leave defenders scratching their heads. The Eagles' defense will need to be disciplined and play sound, fundamental football if they want to slow down this offensive juggernaut. On the Eagles' side, keep an eye on Jalen Hurts. The young quarterback has made tremendous strides this season, and his ability to make plays both with his arm and his legs makes him a constant threat to the Chiefs' defense. If Hurts can stay poised and make smart decisions, the Eagles' offense will be tough to stop. And let's not forget about the Eagles' dynamic duo at wide receiver A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. These two young receivers are explosive playmakers, capable of taking it to the house every time they touch the ball. The Chiefs' secondary will need to be at the top of their game to keep these two in check. Defensively, the Eagles need a big game from Darius Slay. He's a lockdown corner who can shut down one side of the field. If he can neutralize the Chiefs' top receiver, it will make life much easier for the Eagles' defense. And for the Chiefs, Chris Jones needs to dominate the line of scrimmage. He's a disruptive force who can wreck an offensive game plan. If he can put pressure on Hurts and disrupt the Eagles' rushing attack, the Chiefs will be in good shape. Chapter 4. Team Analysis, Strengths, Weaknesses, and X Factors. Alright, let's break down these two teams, analyze their strengths and weaknesses, and see who might have the upper hand in this Super Bowl showdown. Starting with the Kansas City Chiefs. And let's be honest folks, this is an offensive juggernaut. Led by Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and a cast of playmakers, the Chiefs can put up points in a hurry. They're like that high-powered sports car that can go from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. Mahomes is the engine that makes this offense go, capable of making every throw in the book, and then some. He's got the arm strength, the accuracy, and the football IQ to dissect any defense. And with Kelce as his primary target, a tight end who's built like a power forward and runs routes like a wide receiver, the Chiefs have the firepower to light up the scoreboard. But let's not forget about the Chiefs' defense, which has quietly been a strength of this team. They may not be as flashy as their offensive counterparts, but they're a solid unit that knows how to get the job done. They're like that reliable pickup truck, maybe not the prettiest vehicle on the road, but it gets you where you need to go. Now let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that prides itself on toughness, physicality, and a balanced attack. They're like that all-terrain vehicle, built to handle any terrain, any challenge. On offense, Jalen Hurts has blossomed into a true dual-threat quarterback capable of beating you with his arm and his legs. He's got a strong arm, good accuracy, and the mobility to escape pressure and extend plays. And with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith on the outside, the Eagles have the weapons to stretch the field and make big plays in the passing game. But the Eagles' bread and butter is their running game. They love to pound the rock, control the clock, and wear down opposing defenses. They're like that relentless wave crashing against the shore over and over again. Defensively, the Eagles are a force to be reckoned with. They're big, they're fast, and they're hungry. They're like a pack of wolves, hunting as a unit, swarming to the football. They can get after the quarterback, stuff the run, and create turnovers. Chapter 5. Bold Prediction. An unexpected hero emerges. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, my bold prediction for Super Bowl 2025. This is where I go out on a limb, make a prediction that'll have people talking, debating, and maybe even calling me crazy. But hey, that's what makes this fun, right? I'm going with the underdog in this one, folks. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles to hoist the Lombardi Trophy in a thrilling upset. Now, before you Chiefs fans start throwing things at your screens, hear me out. The Eagles are a team of destiny, a team that's been building towards this moment all season long. They've got the leadership, the talent, and the hunger to pull off the upset. I see Jalen Hurts having a breakout game on the biggest stage, making plays with his arm and his legs, keeping the Chiefs' defense off balance all night long. I see A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith making spectacular catches, torching the Chiefs' secondary for big gains. And I see that Eagles defense led by Darius Slay and a ferocious front seven, making life miserable for Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be a close game, a back-and-forth battle that comes down to the wire. But in the end, I see the Eagles making one more play, one more stop, to secure the victory. Mark my words, folks, this is the Eagles' year. They're going to shock the world and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Philadelphia. Outro Super Bowl 2025, get ready for fireworks. Well folks, there you have it, my breakdown of Super Bowl 2025. We've covered it all, from the predicted final score to the MVP race, from the key players to watch to my bold prediction. But now it's your turn to weigh in. Let me know in the comments who you think will win Super Bowl 2025, and who you think will be the MVP. And while you're at it, tell me if you agree with my bold prediction, or if you think I've lost my mind. One thing's for sure, folks, Super Bowl 2025 is shaping up to be an epic showdown, a clash of titans that will have us on the edge of our seats from kickoff to the final whistle. So buckle up, get your popcorn ready, and get ready for a Super Bowl for the ages. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.